Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 13 of What If Naruto Was Neglected by His Family. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and stay in tune because I'm going to be giving you What If Naruto Took His Training Seriously After This over on Anime King. And I also post a new episode over there of What If Naruto had multiple people sealed inside of him. And I just posted a new episode on this channel of What If Naruto was taken by Orochimaru. So go ahead and check out that as well. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both channels, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And yeah, let's get straight into this new episode. So, the last time we left off, Minato showed his true colors as he's doing so much terrible things in the village. He also found out that Tenten, one of the Genins, is buying a whole lot of weapons, as Jiraiya told him not to really focus on that. The people would never try to do anything against him, but Sarutobi and Kushina was leading a rebellion against Minato as they were gathering the ninjas and the envoys. Minato is no longer fit to be the Hokage. Also, Amy left Konoha. She hated Minato for what he did to Naruto, as every day he comes into the shop eating ramen. Minato also confessed to Jiraiya that he actually liked Amy, seeing that he's no longer with Kushina now. But Amy liked Naruto as she went to the mist, as they set up a ramen shop in the mist. But actually, Naruto gave her a restaurant to run, as she confessed her feelings and told Naruto that she liked him for a very long time now, even though that he's a bit younger than her. So arriving at the mist was Princess Koyoki, as her manager needed some ninja from the mist to help her on her travels, seeing that she's going back to her village where she's a princess, and he's sure that people will try to attack her on their travels, so he asked Mei Tarumi for help. Back at Konoha, Sarutobi and Kushina were gathering as much weapon as they can to prepare for the upcoming rebellion against Minato. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Mai, Naruto, and Megumin were in Mei's office. Okay guys, I know you just met our old friend, but I need you to go on a mission. You see, you guys shall protect Koyoki while she creates her next movie. This mission will take you probably at least a month in the land of snow, so prepare yourself for that. And I am placing Zabuza as your team leader for now, seeing that your original sensei is out on a mission. So go prepare, you are expected to meet them tomorrow at 8 in the morning. That's all, said Mei, as they nodded and left the office. As soon as the meeting was over, Naruto and the two girls went back to the ramen stand, where Haku was. Hey, so what was the meeting about? Haku asked. Well, we sort of got a mission with Zabuza that could last a month or more. Sorry, but it seems for now only Haku can get you completely situated with the village, Amy. But when you come back, we will make sure we spend as much time to make up for it, Amy, Naruto said, as he was a bit upset. She just arrived at the village, and Naruto wanted to be there for her. But instead of showing that she was upset, she just smiled. I mean, it's your job after all, so go on, get ready. As she then gave each of them a hug before they left. Stay safe, I don't want to hear any of you get hurt on this mission, she said. The next day, Zabuza and his team was waiting for Koyoki and the manager, as they had to wait half an hour until they saw the manager running up to them out of breath. Ah, you must be the ninja team. Thank you for helping us. Please, help me find Koyoki. She ran away again, he told them as he then quickly ran off to try and find where she went. Well, that was an interesting way to start a mission, said Naruto, as they all split up and went to look for her. Naruto went off as he asked around for people, as a few drunk people told him that they saw her, as Naruto had to search a few bars. As Naruto found her in a bar in the outskirts of the village, as he went up to her and ordered a drink and sat down beside her, as he wasn't saying anything, and that just pissed her off. What do you want, brat? She said. Ah, so you finally decided to talk to me, Naruto said with a small smirk. Well, to tell you the truth, I was sent to hunt you down. I mean, know that my team is your protectors. We need to know where you are. And they all know as well. I was just here to keep an eye on you. So I figure I might just relax while I do it. No, I don't want any of you guys to try and guard me. I don't even want to go on this stupid trip. If you want to help me escape and forget about this, Koyuki said, annoyed. So sorry, but I can't do that. This mission was given to us by your manager, and only he can terminate, and I doubt that he would, Naruto told her, as this pissed her off even more, as she just put down some money on the bar and then ran out, as Naruto looked at the door and sighed. Damn it, this is getting annoying, said Naruto as he got up, and paid for his drink and ran off. As Naruto followed her, as she entered another bar. An alcoholic, are we, said Naruto to himself, as he entered the bar. Instead of sitting in the back to watch her, Naruto went right beside her again and sat down. Okay brat, just leave me alone already. I told you I don't want to be protected by a cocky teenager, Koyuki said, as Naruto chuckled. So I'm the cocky one, huh? Well, if I am cocky, you're annoying, said Naruto. Hey, aren't you supposed to be nice to me? I am your employer, Koyuki said with a smug smile. Yeah, we're supposed to be nice to our employer, I guess. But you aren't my employer, your manager is. Screw this, she said as she stood up and tried to walk away. As Naruto face palm, she doesn't understand. A civilian cannot run from a ninja, Naruto said, as he went out to the rooftops to watch over her. He then jumped down as he landed in front of her. It's time to go to the meeting point, he said. Leave me alone, she said, as she tried to run away again. Enough of this, said Naruto as he grabbed her and threw her over his shoulder, as she was kicking and screaming the entire time for him to let her go. When he finally got to the meeting point, he just placed her down on the ground as the manager ran up to her. Koyuki, the man said, please don't run off like that again. If you want to go somewhere, just tell us. But she just looked at him with cold and uncaring eyes. Oh, and I forgot to introduce you to your new bodyguards for this new movie, to protect you. This is Zabuza, my Megami, and I'm sure you already met Naruto, the manager said, seeing that he was literally carried by the boy. I met him. He dragged me all the way here, and that's all you can say, that I met him? Koyuki yelled furiously to what Naruto just did to her. Calm down, it's not like he hurt you or anything, Mai said, causing Koyuki to now glare at her. This brute grabbed me and forced me to come here. Now, I don't know about a tomboy, she-male like you, but to be carried by a sweaty hands, that is not something I want to happen to me, Koyuki said, as she successfully insulted Naruto and Mai in the same sentence. But this didn't go well with Mai, seeing that she has the same rage problem as her sister, as Megumin had to hold her back while Naruto brushed off the insult. Koyuki, please be nice. They're kind enough to help us, please, the manager asked, while Zabuza just looked over to the group. Damn it, this is going to be a long mission, Zabuza thought. A little while later, finally you guys got here, a middle-aged man said, as they arrived to the docks. My name is Rojoi, the assistant director. Now allow me to show you to your ship and your room, Koyuki. And for the rest of you, I'll be there to help you find your room as soon as our star is situated and happy. The man told them with a small smile as they followed him to a good-sized ship which was covered in filming equipment. Wow, you really need all of these things to film a movie? Megumin asked as she looked around at all the equipment. Well yeah, we need to do things with multiple points of view, so the more we have the better, Rojoi told her with a warm smile. Oh, was all Megumin said as she continued to look around. Their attention was all focused on one point as they heard a door being opened up, and when they looked, they saw a man, looked to be about in his 80s, standing there, as he had an annoyed look on his face. Oi, boy, what the hell took you so long? I sent you out ages ago to get our star, and she still isn't here. I swear, if she still isn't here in an hour, I will make you wish. The man yelled at Rosary until he noticed the people next to him. Oh, welcome to my ship, I hope, Rosary, is helping you find everything you need, especially you, Star. The man told them with a happy smile after seeing Koyuki. Guys, allow me to introduce you to my boss and the head of this production of this movie, Kitsune Koraka, my grandfather. And Gramps, this is Koyuki. And oh, sorry, I don't remember your guys' names. Rotary told all of them as he scratched the back of his head. This is Naruto, Mai, Megamin, and their teacher Zabuza. The manager explained. Pleased to meet you guys, Naruto. Take them to their rooms so we can get ready to take off for our first filming location, Kisu told him as Rotary left off with all of them. 1 hour later, after they all was settled in their rooms, the group was in the meeting hall of the ship. Okay, so we will be filming for every day, about 2 hours, depending on how much we need to film. But every week, we will stop at a dock to restock. And this include our land in snow. This should take about 3 weeks. Then we will finish the movie in a week more if all goes well. So all in all, if we get lucky, we should finish this movie in a month. Kisuk said. Then let's get this over with, Koyuki told them as she got her from the table and walked towards the door. Hey, where are you going? We need to tell you about filming times, Rosary said. Just tell it to my manager, he's the one making me doing this anyways, Koyuki said, as she then walked out. Sorry about that guys, she must be having a bad day or something, the manager said, laughing a bit awkwardly. Man, I wish she would grow up a bit, and forget about her past already. Her people needs her and she need to grow up, her manager thought. Back at Konoha, Minato was working in his office as he was trying to figure out why they had a sudden increase in military purchases. When he heard a knock at the door. Come in, he said, as he waited, as it was his secretary, Janice, who looked very mad. Janice was a pretty, good-looking girl in her mid-20s. She had brown hair, cut to the length of her shoulder, and green eyes, and very slim. She then walked up to Minato's desk as she slammed her hands on it, shocking him. Okay, I know that Kakashi is your student, and also I'm supposed to let him in, but can you tell him to stop flirting with me? I mean, I'm already happily dating someone, so can you tell him to knock it off? She asked, very annoyed. I'm afraid that you need to talk to him directly to fix this, Janice, said Minato. Well, I could say something to Kakashi, but he seemed to really like this girl. But she seemed to don't like him back. Minato wondered what he should do. As Janice was pissed off, Hokage, we both know what you're saying is crap. He's your student. He will listen to you. Just tell him to stop now. And if he doesn't stop in a week, I will have to go somewhere else to get a new job, she told him. Are you threatening to quit? Minato asked, surprised. Why would she quit? Just for Kakashi. Flirting with her a bit. He was really confused. Yes, unless you tell Kakashi to stop, said Janice. On one side, Janice is a really good secretary, and having to get another is really annoying. But if I do tell Kakashi to stop, it would possibly stop him from getting the girl that he felt that is meant for him. But Inoichi has been hinting that he wants his girl to get this job if it's available, and she can read people's minds so she can know if there's a threat. As he weighed his options, he then spoke. Well, I have thought about it and I have decided that it still isn't my place. So please fix your problem with him yourself. And I beg you, please don't quit because of my student quest to try and gain your love. Fine, said Janice. I quit, she said, as she walked out of the office and slammed the door. He then heard a yell of pain as Kakashi entered the office as he was limping a bit. What happened? Kakashi asked. Well, she quit, but it doesn't matter that much. I can now talk to Inoichi and told him that his girl can get a job here, which is a step up if you ask me, seeing that she can read minds. What? She's gone? Man, I thought we would have at least had a date, said Kakashi. But I guess I'll just move on, said Kakashi. Minato chuckled. You really move on fast, he said. Well, Sensei, I know she's pretty and all, but there are more fish out there, like the lady that stare at me every time I buy my Ichi Ichi books. Kakashi told him and then began to think about the people he saw on a regular basis, as Minato just chuckled, knowing that the girls were actually glaring at him instead of staring when he had the itchy books. Later that day, Ino got the job as a secretary, as Inoichi was happy that his little girl got the job. But after they went home, Inoichi went to report to Hiruzen that the plan was a success and they now have Ino on the inside. Time skip, a week later, back with Naruto and the crew. They were getting closer and closer to the land of snow. Koyoki, the captain told me that we will be reaching an area where we can film a bit of the movie on, the manager told her, as he was at the door looking into her room. Whatever, said Koyoki, as she was just sitting in a chair, looking out to the sea. The manager just nodded as he closed the door and left the room. As he went off, finally he's gone, said Koyoki, as she was staring out the window with an emotionless look on her face. You know, that wasn't a nice thing to do, said a voice, shocking her, as she turned around to see Naruto inside, leaning up against the wall. How the hell did you get in here? And by the way, he's my manager, so don't matter yourself to what I tell him. And remember, boy, even if you're a big shot in the mist, you aren't here. Here, I am your boss. So just leave me the hell alone. Koyoki growled out at him and expected for Naruto to leave the room. Instead, he smirked, but he didn't move. Sorry, Koyoki, but I work for your manager, and my job is to protect you, meaning that I need to watch over you. So seeing that it's my turn, you're stuck with me for a while. Naruto told her with a smile still on his face, as Koyoki just grunted as she turned away from him. She really is a brat, said Naruto to himself. Hours later, yes, this is the perfect place to be filming at, said the director. Alright everyone, pick up the pace and get everything set up. And after another half an hour, they managed to get most of the supplies set up. Alright, scene 14, act 4, take 1. And with that, Koyoki, who was dressed up in some kind of fake armor, with 4 man in the same armor behind her. Come on man, we only have a few miles to go, Koyoki told them as she seemed tired and injured. Yes princess, the 4-man said, as they were limping a bit. So, this is how they create these movies, Naruto thought, interesting, as he was watching everything from a distance. The large ice spear was hiding 3 people behind it. Sir, it seems like she's in a role right now. Said a man. So, is there anyone there recognizable? Let me see, the girl said. Yeah, there is Zabuza Momoshi, one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. What about his team, the man asked. Just some normal chonin, it seems, the girl said. Okay, seeing that we have 3 chonin, we should be able to take them down. But we should make the target move away as far as possible because she needs to be kept alive. Then we can send all of our strongest move to kill the rest of the group, making her easy pickings. Do you all agree? The man asked, as the 2 of them nodded. Alright, wait for the signal. They didn't have to wait for too long as Koyoki and her soldiers got a few distance away, as the man then nodded to his group. Ice release. Whitehorn whale, the man cried out. Water release. Water dragon, the other 2 said. Zabuza then looked over at Naruto and told him to use plan A, as Naruto rushed forward in front of the group, as he raised his hand and blasted away all the attacks coming towards them. As the ninjas who were hiding, eyes went wide. What the hell did that brat just do? The girl asked. As Mai and Megumin and Zabuza rushed forward, as Naruto jumped back, seeing that he had a Shadow Clone Jutsu and he could protect the crew and Princess Koyoki. Meanwhile, the hired Snow Ninjas split up as they took on them one by one. As Zabuza took on the leader of the pack, who was given the order, his name was Neri. So, you're the demon of the mist, Neri asked, as he took in Zabuza's appearance. Well, you don't look all that tough. Well, let's see about that, said Zabuza, as the mist started to surround the place as Zabuza vanished. Mai then took on the girl, Fubiki, as the both of them rushed at each other as soon as they were close enough, as they clashed their kunais. As this went on for a few minutes, until they pushed back each other, as Fubiki tried to taunt Mai. Come on, little girl, just give up. You know you can't beat me. Tell you what, if you do, I'll let you serve me, and I'll probably train you, and make you become a strong ninja. You think I'm some kind of slave? Mai asked. Alright then, die, she said. Ice wind, as she sent a wind of ice going towards Mai, as Mai went through hand sign, as she released a fireball towards the ice wind. As the fireball burned through the ice, melting it, as Fubuki had to jump away. Fubuki then came out of the smoke. You can't beat me with jutsu. These armors protect us, you fool. Mai went into a fighting stance. Bring it, she said, with Megumin and Mozuri. Why is a pretty girl like you fighting us, said Mozuri. Just give up, these armors make you cannot win. So how about you surrender, and I'll make you live your rest of your life happy as one of my many wives. You're so creepy, said Megumin, and I'll never, ever in a million years, ever be with something like you. As a tick mark came in his forehead. You calling me a thing? He said. Well, if the shoes fit, said Megumin. Back at Konoha, Rebel Storage Base. Come on, hurry up and put that equipment away, Kushina told the group of genin, who were slowly moving the box into a hidden storage facility that was a few miles away from the village, so they could keep all their weapons and equipment there. After a while, they finished all of this. As Kushina walked out of the area, the kids already went off without her. As she walked out, happy that the rebellion will be starting soon, as she didn't realize that she was mumbling out her thoughts instead of thinking them, as she walked closer and closer to the village. Soon, Minato, you will be taken care of, and both of my precious kids will be safe away from you. And Konoha will no longer be under your stupid Rank's idea. So you just wait, Minato, I promise. By the end of this year, you will die. Kushina promised him, as she said it out kind of loud, and didn't notice that she was walking by a group of his supporters. Guys, did you just hear that? One of three guys asked, surprised. Yeah, but what should we do? The second one asked. We should just go and tell Minato, the third one said, as the three of them then started to run away. Wait, why are they running? Said Kushina as she looked at them. Wait, was I talking out loud? Damn it, I have to stop them, thought Kushina, as she made several shadow clones and rushed after the group, trying to stop them. Damn it, she's chasing us, one of them said. Well, I guess we'll have to hold her off while one of us run. So which one of you will stay with me? The middle one asked, as they quickly figured that out, and two of them stopped running as the other one kept on running at top speed. The clones quickly attacked them while the real Kushina jumped past them and rushed towards the other guy, who was so close to the village. So she went as fast as she could and slowly caught up to him. But he quickly created a shadow clone, causing it to run back at her, caught her off guard a bit as he ran into Konoha into the barrier. Damn it, he made it into the barrier. If I kill him now, I can't, she said, as Kushina then rushed towards Saratobi's house to inform him about this, as he told her that she has to leave the village for now, as he will inform Narumi, and told her that everything will be alright. With Minato, he was happily looking over some of his documents when he saw a ninja burst into his office. Can I help you? He asked, curious why this guy just run in, not even waiting for Ino to let him in. Minato, Kushina is a traitor, the man said, between trying to catch his breath. What? Said Minato. Do you have proof? He asked, as Minato knew that she was up to something, but he couldn't tell what, and now this coming to his attention. Well, when me and my two teammates were coming back from a mission, we heard Kushina mumble about getting rid of you. So we quickly ran back here to tell you. Though she was too fast, but the other two tried to slow her down, but I think she ended up killing them as well. The guy told Minato while looking around the room nervously. I see, said Minato, as he went into a thinking position, as he then called for an envoy. Get a team immediately and hunt down Kushina Uzumaki. Tell them that if she's in a mile away from Konoha, I want her to be brought back dead or alive. And go bring me a missing ninja slip. I want her in the books by next week. Soon, Kushina, you will get what you deserve, said Minato to himself. With Kushina, come on, almost out of the era, Kushina thought to herself, as she raced out of the fire country, as Kushina was traveling out of a land of fire, as she could only think about one place she could go right now, and that was a hidden mist village. And now that was a risk, seeing that she and Naruto didn't have a mother-son relationship and probably never will have that again. But Kushina was still hoping that Naruto would at least help her hide from Minato. Seeing that, Mei Terumi told her that the only reason why they had a treaty with Konoha was because they hadn't fully recovered yet, so they would probably get rid of the treaty after they're fully recovered, so this was the only option that she had now. I just hope that Narumi is okay without me being there for her. The next day with Narumi. After coming back from a mission, Narumi quickly went to her house to find her mother, which wasn't there, as that was strange since she told Narumi that she would be home from her trip. That's weird. I mean, mom always keep her word, so why isn't she here? As Narumi then noticed a note stuck to her door with a bit of tape. As she took it, and it was coded, so she had to spend half an hour using the code translator that her mother taught her a while back, as she knew that her mother was the one who wrote this, trying to hide something from someone. As she finished it, as it read, "I'm sorry my daughter, but I accidentally let it slip our plan to get rid of Minato in front of 3 Chunins, and while I tried to stop them from reaching the village, one of them still made it. So I was forced to leave. Now be careful because the village will be more cautious around you. Now just know that I love you and we will see each other again soon, but for now, bye my daughter. Love, Kushina, your mom." There's only one place mom would go, and that's the Mist Village. I hope that Naruto will find it in his heart to help her, even though we're not on good terms same way. It was then that Anko and Kurenai came into the house. "Hey Brat, how are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be training with Kushina Sensei today?" Anko asked curiously, as she then noticed a sad expression on Narumi's face. "Hey, what's wrong?" As Narumi was always happy, so why she's sad? "Uncle, Kurenai, mom had to leave. She got caught talking about the plans, and she would probably be in our bingo book," Narumi told them, as she watched their expressions. "What? Are you sure?" Kurenai asked, hoping that this wasn't true, as Narumi simply handed them the note. Back with Naruto and his group, 4 days has passed. The team of ninjas they were fighting 4 days ago, who tried to kidnap Koyuki, they retreated after realizing that they were no match for Zabuza and his group. "Okay team, I have just talked to the captain and we should be reaching land soon. Now remember, when you reach it, we will go the rest of the way by foot. So make sure you keep to the 4-point diamond defense plan. We have already been attacked by enemies. There is nothing stopping them from attacking again. Just make sure that no one we're protecting get injured, okay?" said Zabuza. And half an hour later, they heard one of the crew members screamed out, "Land!" as they were the first one go out there to make sure no one attacked them as they landed. "This is boring," said Megumin, as they had to watch a group pack up all the equipment. They then heard a commotion on the ship. "What's going on now?" said Zabuza, as they then saw someone jumped off on a horse and start to ride away, as the manager then screamed out that Koyuki has escaped again. "Naruto, deal with this," Zabuza said, seeing that he didn't want to deal with the childish actor. "Fine," said Naruto, as he ran after Koyuki. Why does she have to act so childish, running away from her job and her commitment? Not to mention the fact that she still treats everyone else like crap. At least I don't need to worry about her for too much longer, Naruto thought as he ran after her, as he was gaining on her. Naruto didn't bother to catch her, as he sent a message back telling them that he would keep an eye on her for the night and bring her back later on. Time skip. Later in the night, everyone was gathered, as the director was telling the manager how much more they need to film, as they then saw Naruto coming with Koyuki over his shoulder as she was fast asleep. The next morning, Koyuki woke up and noticed that she was in a different room, as she wondered where the hell she is, but she then saw her manager walk through the door with a tray of breakfast for her. "Koyuki, you really need to stop running away from us. I mean, you're the main character. What would we have done without you, the manager asked. Not to mention that we need you to rule the country, seeing that you're the rightful heir, the manager thought to himself. She then huffed and turned away from him, but her stomach then grumbled as the manager chuckled, as she then took the food and turned away from him. Koyoki, when do you plan to grow up? I know you know why we're here, so stop being afraid, he said. Koyoki simply clenched her fists. I am not afraid. I just don't see the point of coming back to this country. It's over, they won. Get it through your head already and give up, she yelled. I really hope you change, Koyoki. You're the last hope of our land, whether you hope it or not, the manager thought, as he just looked at her as she was yelling. Later that day, all of them were by a near train track that was frozen over as they were filming until they noticed something. The ground was shaking as Megumin went over as she placed her hand on the train track. What the hell? Chakra are running through these tracks, she said, as the train then came out as it then stopped a few yards away from them as a deep voice then sounded. Koyoki, I know you're out here somewhere, so just come with me and your friends won't have to die, said the man, as Naruto looked over at Koyoki to see her shaking, as he then saw the man as he emerged from the top of the train. But guys, I'm ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this or know what to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.